Hey, I'm talking here, dude. Hey, I'm talking here, dude. How you doing? Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hey, I Am Talking Here. We have a wonderful show here. I'm really excited about this show because it's the first time that my co-hosts are together, and the three of us are together with Bruce, and we plan on having a wonderful time, and this is a great topic. The topic for this episode is, what are you thankful for? And I know everyone out there has something that they can be thankful for. And we're going to ask you to be sharing your ideas on what you think thankfulness is all about and what you're thankful for. But first, we'd like to talk to you about our sponsor. And this show is brought to you by my book, Conversations with Bob. See, a timeless dialogue for living an extraordinary life by Steve Rizzo. That's me. Hey, Bruce, that's a different title. It's supposed to be a timeless, entertaining dialogue. You probably have the wrong cover, but that's all right. I probably gave you the wrong cover. I just noticed that for the first time, but that's okay. We're allowed to make mistakes.
I think that's our first print.
Oh, is that that's the first print? It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, but I'm really excited about this show, and it's going to be real. Look at this. People are punching in already. Hey there, looking forward to this. You should be looking forward to it, Ashley, because it's going to be fun. And if you want to buy the book, and you should buy the book, and when you read the book, give me a wonderful review, because I know you're going to, because it's a really good book. I didn't write it. Bob did. Who's Bob? God. You can get it at yourinnerbob.com. Yourinnerbob.com. And when you go to this website, it's really cool because you can read certain excerpts from the chapter. There's videos you can watch and all that kind of stuff. But without any further ado, I love that phrase, further ado, allow me to introduce my wonderful co-hosts. We have the Eric the Bam Man, who's going to be coming on right now.
No, actually, I'm first because you didn't tell me the order.
I was going to bring you on last because you're going to set up the whole thing here. Bruce, come on back. Now that we did it already, get your ass back up here. Oh, now it's Eric.
Yeah. What am I doing here? Wait. Well, we need to get Debbie up here too, because I got something to read from
this is very unorganized right now. Okay,
feels like a shit show.
All right, we have Eric the Bam Man, who was reading my book, and he was busy as he always does. And let's bring up the beautiful Debbie. Debbie, wonderful, brilliant, intelligent.
Deborah Vivian Bettendorf.
Oh. We love Debbie Bettendorf so much, don't we?
Amazing,
Eric, man.
And Debbie Bettendorf loves you. I am back here laughing the way this all started out, because what else could we not? I mean, being thankful for humor.
Yeah.
You all making us laugh. I'm thankful, even though it started out like a shit show. We are here and we're ready to roll.
No, Bruce is getting fired. I can tell you that already. So,
but it was really funny too, because before the show, before you guys even came on, I was having sound problems. I couldn't get the mic going. Nothing was going. And, here I am. I'm supposed to be a motivational speaker. And Bruce is listening to me going, son of a...
Hey, we all get frustrated. It's how you react to it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Debbie doesn't know, like I usually kick this off with something from the book that applies today. And if you haven't read this book, everyone needs to pick it up. I've read it twice, 2.5 times now. But talking about being thankful today, chapter 9, page 93. An attitude of gratitude. He wrote this. An attitude of gratitude is a discipline that simply makes you feel good. Feeling good is the fuel that drives motivation and inspiration. I love that line. I need to make a t-shirt. Being truly motivated and feeling inspired are sure signs that you are connected to my energy field, which is God, which is Bob, which is the universe, which is the divine, which is the secret, which is the whatever you want to call it. But it all starts with an attitude of gratitude. It starts about being thankful for what you have, because when you're thankful for what you have, God gives you more. I've been thankful for Steve, and I've gotten more of it all the time. May not like it all the time, but I get more of it. And then I get Debbie. Winning.
Yeah. Go figure.
Winning.
Way to go, Bam Bam.
Winning.
Hey, Brian, that's cool. But isn't it cool that the three of us are together now for the first time? Because we had these little problems that Debbie had a because she flies everywhere. She had to be in California, and you couldn't do it because of
Kid stuff.
your kid stuff. Yeah, well, that's important too.
Debbie
And,
looks like a golden goddess. Like, look at her now. Like, it's like she lives in this gold house and her hair's gold and she's golden.
I know.
I wish I could walk around with the selfie light in real life.
That's a
There's only
Stevie
one
Wonder
person.
song.
There's only one person close to
That's a
that.
Stevie
gold,
Wonder song.
It's right here.
Oh, that's Stretch Armstrong. Remember that Stevie Wonder from Innovision's album, Golden Lady, Golden Lady. I'd like to go there.
I got
All
nothing.
right. We didn't know this was a rock. This is a concert, Steve.
That was embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourself.
Oh, Mary, look, Mary Tabor. She's the one I was just talking about that I got to meet yesterday.
Yeah. Oh,
she's amazing.
Oh, Mary.
She also is a writer. She has books. She has she's on all kinds of things. Like I can't retrieve it right now because I'm jet lagged, Mary. But I love you, Mary. I'm so happy to have met her. Oh, and there's Lynn. Yay.
Well, this is turning into the Debbie, amazing hour. So, do we have any more comments about Debbie? Would anybody else like to say anything else about Debbie?
Wow, look at all the people punching in already, man. Let's bring on Bruce. Bruce, come on in.
There you go.
Yeah, so the way I have this show set up in the beginning is in order to do that split screen with the book, I have to have someone occupy the half of the screen or else that split screen doesn't work. Okay. And so that was that second half of the split screen. So basically, if you look at the book here, like this, it's just half the screen.
Okay.
So
Bruce, you're getting too technical.
Yeah, thanks for the technical update. I'm asleep.
It's good, Bruce. I get it. So next time, bring up the right cover.
That's why I was on the second half of the screen.
Bruce, why don't you tell the people that are watching if they'd like to jump in and they'd like to get the 30-second shot clock and talk about what they're thankful for. I think we're going to talk about what we're thankful for first, and then they can jump in here and go live. And Definitely. You want to kind of how do they do that?
So we're going to queue people up in our we're set up a green room.
Yep.
And this is the link. You have to type it in exactly, or else.
Can you put it in the comment section, Bruce, where they can just click on it?
Yeah, and a great also if you go on after the show, that link will take you into a room and nobody will be there. You can just sit there all day long.
Are there mints and champagne?
Nope, it's just basically it'll be a back room to a non-existent space.
I'm not going into the green room unless there's green M&Ms. I will not go on.
Yeah,
brown M&Ms.
I won't do it. So, folks, if you're going to have a comment, we really want to hear from you. We want to hear what you're thankful for. Everyone's going to have about 30 seconds, and we're excited about this because we think it's going to be really cool. But right now, though, let's talk amongst ourselves, guys, and let's.
So let's see. Lincoln's in there, and then what I can do is we can start bringing up some of the comments before we go into the conversation, if you want.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I will duck out because people are starting to go into the green room already.
Great.
Nice. I'm excited. This is
Debbie, ladies first, Golden Goddess. Why don't you talk about what you're thankful for?
Yeah. There's so many things that I'm thankful for. I wake up with gratitude and think of the things, even if I don't feel like it, I say what I'm grateful for. But I was thinking about this right before the show. And what I want to say is this. Of course, I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my amazing friends. But I'm also thankful for the people that God puts into my life every single day, like the Uber driver that took me from LAX into Santa Monica, who expressed how much he loves this country. He's not from here. And he's an immigrant and he's working hard to make a living, but he is able to do that. And he reminded me of what a great country we live in. Yeah. And, I appreciated him in that moment. And while I do appreciate our country, sometimes we need a reminder. Yeah. And then, I appreciate the homeless man that I saw in front of the hotel I was sitting in because it reminded me of what all blessings I have in my life. And I shared food with him and I talked to him. And he reached out his hands and they were all dirty. And I thought, you know what I mean? It's nice reminders, and it's also being thankful for the encounters that we have with the people we'll never see again, but enlightens us and reminds us of what's most important. So I'm just going to go with that. I'm thankful for the people who may not stay in my life, but make an impact in the moment.
That homeless man, that was Steve, right?
Yes. I cleaned him up and propped him in his chair, and he's leading this now.
Put a diaper on him.
Put a little diaper on him. Well, now we can at least say he's wearing pants this time, because he usually gets on here and says he doesn't have pants on.
Well, Steve, are you okay if I go next and then you can wrap up?
No. Go right ahead.
Yeah. I've had so much over the last couple of years just to be incredibly thankful for. And, going through a divorce and then moving on and trying to figure it out every day. And much like Debbie said, I wake up 99% of the time with an attitude of gratitude. And I wake up, I'm thankful. And I believe when you're thankful, God gives you more and blesses you. But it's not every day. I mean, I told you last week, Steve, just talking about, there was a day in the last couple of weeks when you said, I love you. And I'm like, cool. No, I love you. And there are moments, we have those moments in our life when our friends say the right things to us at the right time, that they don't realize like how much it blesses us. And I'm sitting in this brand new house I bought 6 months ago. And I had a moment in the last week where I stood in my kitchen and I didn't know whether to have tears in my eyes or like jump for joy, just be like, I am so just like stupid blessed with this beautiful house and this great job and these wonderful little kids and weird, stupid people like this guy in my life. And now you, and definitely Bruce is weird, but he's in my life. And I'm just so blessed with I just live this silly, charmed, weird life. I'm not speechless, but I feel a little speechless because it's just, the more I feel that way is the more I step back and almost see yourself from an outside view and go, holy shit, like, how is this all real? Right. And when you kind of step back a little bit, man, it just comes back to you like tenfold. And so I'm thankful to be part of this show. It's done some things for me that, a couple of them are dirty from him, but that's a different story. But it's done some stuff that, it's the little things. It's taking risks and taking challenges and just running with it. And I have so many great friends and I'm just stupid blessed. I'll end it with this. As I've gotten older, I think Thanksgiving has turned into my favorite holiday because I write this column for PMQ magazine and I love Thanksgiving. I hate the fact that we freaking only talk about it one day a year. People should be thankful every damn day for the roof over their head and the basic necessities that we have that you just talked about, that Uber driver, that brings you back to this like true north that goes, holy crap, this guy's thankful for water, running water, and we take it for granted.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Good point.
I'm done.
About time. Jeez.
Peace out.
Peace out.
I am what comes to the forefront of my mind right now, because I'm grateful for so many things. I'm grateful for the two of you being on the show, because I'm thinking right now that, as I said, this is the first time the three of us together, but I could just feel this show is going to catapult with the energy with the three of us. But what comes to the forefront, I'm grateful for, as I always am, for my brother Michael, who just got out of the hospital today, late last night.
Good.
He's just, I say it all the time. I don't get tired of saying he's the biggest inspiration in my life. I've learned more from him than any book I've ever read, for any speaker I've ever heard. And I didn't just learn from him from what he says. He doesn't say much. I learned from his actions. Because anyone that can endure what he's endured most of his life since 1968, when he was wounded in Vietnam, and at this point in his life, his wounds he was always in control, but now his wounds are starting to consume him, and they're really trying to take over. But the guy never gives up, and he's home for 4 days, and then he's in the hospital for 5 or 6. Then he's home, and then and his sick, warped sense of humor just is priceless. His energy, his optimism, his will he does more than survive. He thrives. And I just want to say that's what I'm thankful for right now. That always comes to the forefront. And that's really something to be thankful for. You learn so much from someone who you would say, how can he do it? How does he do it? How does he do it? I mean, I'm a personal development speaker. I'm a motivational speaker, and I live in awe at what he's done and what he's accomplished in his lifetime. So I will end it with that. Bruce, what is it that you are grateful for, my friend?
He left.
Apparently nothing.
So we've got 4 people in the green room, but we still have a lot of comments that we haven't addressed. So you tell me when bring on.
I want to know what you're grateful for. I want to know what you're grateful for.
Bring somebody up. Let's go.
Oh, what am I grateful for?
Wait. I want to hear what Bruce is grateful for.
Come on.
Grateful for my health, really. I totally avoided
Me too.
COVID by staying in my house for 4 years. That includes a year before COVID even broke out. So being an editor, I really never leave the house. There have been days, 2 or 3 days in a row. Actually, even today was a perfect day. It snowed yesterday, so I was watching it snow today. I haven't left the house at all today. Preparing for this show partially, but also catching up on some of my editing. But tomorrow I do have to leave the house because I've got appointments and I got to make money. So most of all, thankful for my health.
Good for you.
Amen to that, for sure.
Amen for that. That's right. Because without your health,
I'm thankful for Bruce's hair, by the way, which is incredible.
Yeah, he's having a good hair day.
Yeah. All right. So listen, let's get these people cranking on here. Bruce, bring them on the way you want to. Let's hear what these people are thankful for. Folks, you got about 30 seconds to say what you're grateful for. Okay. Next.
This is exciting.
Exit stage left.
Hey there, looking
Here's
forward
my
to
friend
this.
Ashley.
Okay,
I hope Ashley jumps on, and Ashley is amazing. She's a mortgage specialist / amazing mortgage specialist here in Tulsa. She's just an incredible woman. So hopefully she jumps on, and maybe she's first. Erica is a friend of mine, lives here in Tulsa, and knows my mom, by the way, and loves my mom. Erica and her husband just got married. She's an amazing woman, and so clap to you, Erica. Let's see who else we got.
Who else we got there? Then we'll bring on some of the people that want to come on and say what they're grateful for.
For sure.
Mary David.
Oh, yeah. At the beginning, I saw that comment pop in when we were all, hey, here comes Eric. And then Bruce popped up. And I saw her say, I'm thankful for the confusion.
DJ, great to see you, Steve. Love your show.
Thank you, man. Love you, DJ. Love you.
There's Robert Brooker from the land of maple syrup. Where's the land of maple syrup?
Vermont.
Oh, I got nothing.
Jeez, don't you know nothing?
I don't
Vivian
know.
knows it's Vermont.
Hey,
On.
How you doing?
All right, Eric. Eric, you gotta get some light so we can see your face there, dude. Come on.
Maybe I should do that. How about that?
That's better.
Because I am.
I gotta say, Eric and I are friends on Facebook now, and I've started to follow some of his content. I love your energy, and I love I met you through this show, and I love your energy. And I don't want to but what are you thankful for, man?
Hey, the feeling's mutual, man. I'm thankful for you. Actually for all of you guys. I really appreciate that. It's phenomenal. I'm glad to be a part of it, and not only that, but a positive outlook on life in spite of what goes on around me. And we move forward in that, and just excited to be here, and you guys constantly reinforce that idea and that concept. Glad to be a part of the network, and I'm just glad to be, and looking forward to what I'm becoming, as I continue to grow day in and day out, grateful for Bob.
Really
appreciate it.
You just said thankful for what you're becoming.
Said this once before about you.
What are you becoming? What does that mean?
What am I becoming? Really, more than anything, constantly growing, and really my relationship with God. And it's a day in and day out thing. When I say I'm becoming, I always look at it like this, and I share it with people like this. People say that I am, you're a certain thing, but psychologically, I believe that when you state that you are something, you've stunted your growth there, instead of I am becoming, and that's just constantly growing, constantly developing. The things that are around us, I'm a believer that the things that are around us, they affect us so to where if we move in the right direction and have the right attitude about it, we grow better and we get a little more mature from an emotional, psychological, and spiritual standpoint. That's the whole concept of becoming.
I just wrote that down. I freaking love that. I am becoming. And that I just wrote that down. Eric, that's amazing.
It's funny.
That's why I pay to be on this show.
My first book was called Becoming a Humor Being. And that's what it's all about. The more you use your sense of humor, the more it becomes a part of who you are.
There you go. There you go.
This, my friend, I could tell you this, Eric. You are becoming, you already are, but you're becoming even a greater person because you're always looking for information. You're always looking for ways to better yourself. You get on everybody's show. You have incredible comments. You're a great supporter. And I say it all the time. You're there all the time. And I appreciate, I'm thankful for you. Thank you.
The feeling's mutual, you know, and Debbie and all, and Eric as well. Well, even Bruce's dry humor, phenomenal. You know, I appreciate all of it, definitely. And I believe, you know, no man is an island. So we're all connected with one another and we're all growing together, bigger and better, and making our world beautiful as individuals. Excited to be a part of it.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Love you the same, man. Thank you.
Love you, man.
All right.
Hey.
Thank you. Wow.
Eric, I love Eric because he is a great supporter of other people.
Yep.
And he also is non-judgmental. Even when you have different opinions than him, he opens up himself to understand your point of view. So thank you, Eric.
Yeah. He's always there. He's just always has wonderful things to say, not just about people and about life. He's very optimistic, man. He'll come on sometimes. He'll be driving in his car and he'll come on in his car because he couldn't get to his house in time, you know? So yeah, he's really cool. Oh, Jennifer Gittimer, I am grateful for you guys. Wish I could be on tonight. Thank you, Jen. We love you. We love you tremendous. This woman amazes me. I don't know how she does it. I don't know. First of all, she's married to Jeffrey, so I don't know how she does that. But
she's a little fire plug. Jennifer was.
Oh, she's amazing. She's a bundle of energy. Always there, always willing to help.
I want to
people like that in my life too.
I just want to come back to that. I am becoming. I love that.
Yeah.
Like as I talk, I hate fake it till you make it. I like be it till you see it.
Yeah.
And that I am becoming instead of I'm becoming. That's powerful. That's good stuff, man.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah. It's excellent stuff.
Who's next, Bruce?
Hey, Bruce, we got anybody else?
Hey, Jay. This is my friend Jay White. I've known her for 25 years, and she's been watching the show the last, I don't know how long, quite a bit. And
welcome, Jay.
Got me on it. So.
And Jay, you're in Little Rock, Arkansas, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What are you thankful for?
You guys have like really answered everything I would ask, and I was thinking about this on the way home since you texted me earlier about doing this, and I think for me it's going to be free will. Because this year was a really big year for me, kind of like, what you'd gone through, except a little before me with going through a marriage, divorce, and those things. But I, at the beginning of this year, changed my mindset, like 100%, to work on spiritual and personal growth. And my mindset was, I'm going to change me and only me. And either the marriage is going to get better or it's going to show us the definitive next step. But that was something that I had to do myself, and I had the free will to do that. And a lot of people don't, or they don't feel like they do.
Right.
So I'm very thankful for the ability to be able to do that and grow. And this year has just been tremendous for me because of that opportunity to be able to do that and make that decision on my own. So
that's a wonderful thing to be grateful for, and it was that awareness that you knew something needed to be done and you took control, and that's definitely something to be grateful for. And sometimes that's all it takes is that one little spark of awareness. Am I right, Jake? That's it.
That's
one
it.
Little spark, and then something clicks, and then you build from there. Watch what happens now, because all of a sudden you're going to be thankful for so many different things that you're going to be learning on this new journey that you're on.
Oh yeah. It's almost been a year now. So the things I am thankful for every single interaction, kind of like what Debbie said. And on the way home, I was thinking like, I'm thankful for the roofer who just came out to fix some stuff from a storm, and for the sewer guy that does my sewage system, because that would suck for me. Like I'm just so thankful for, it takes every single person on the planet to make the planet work. And
wow.
So, every interaction is an opportunity. And I tell Eric that I do that all the time. Every single interaction is an opportunity. And I just say thank you. I appreciate you being here today. To the McDonald's lady, to the, whoever.
And Jay, the more you say you're thankful when you wake up in the morning and throughout the day, the more good stuff happens to you for you to be thankful for. So I appreciate your comments. Thank you so much for coming on.
Two things. Jay,
my best here.
A couple weeks ago, and we had part of our conversation was sometimes the best kick in the ass is the one you give yourself.
Oh,
because you know, right? Like you need it, and it's not someone else giving it to you, and you're in denial. And that was part of that conversation. And number two, is that your bedroom? Like where?
Yeah. That's where my office is, in my bedroom. Yeah.
I was just asking. I was just like, is that your bedroom? I'm just curious. A lot of wood in there. So
well, I mean, I live in a cabin, but yeah, my office is in my bedroom. So
sorry, I just had to ask. Hey, thank you for jumping on. I love you. I love your heart. And I'll talk to you probably next week. So
yes.
Thanks, Jay.
Thanks, Jay.
See you, Jay. She's
Love
awesome.
that. Being appreciative for everyone around us. That's so true.
Isn't it? And it's funny. That's hard to do.
Grateful for my amazing wife. Oh, that's not my husband.
No, I know who that is. That is definitely not your husband. So
that's so funny.
I'm sure he would say the same thing.
I'm sure he is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
100%. Yeah.
Who we got next, Brucey?
Let's read what Ashley just said here, because she said, I'm sorry. The link isn't working, but so thankful for my. Oh, here we go. Read it.
Want me to read it?
Yes.
So thankful for my past. Go ahead, Deb. You can read it.
I'm sorry the link is not working, but so thankful for my past, the tests I have been through to become the woman I am growing into today. God defiantly has poured over me and keeps showing me He's protecting me and my family.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow. Well said. Well said, Ashley. Thank you so much for that. I so much appreciate it, and so do we, all of us. This is cool stuff, folks.
Oh,
you're welcome.
Yay.
You are so welcome.
Thank you, Jay.
Who else do we have, Bruce? Anybody else want to pop up?
Mary!
Hey,
Mary's here.
Do I get to talk?
Yes. But Mary, wait, before you do it, Mary, before the show started, Debbie was telling me about you, and she said so many wonderful things about you, and there were no coincidences that here you are. Welcome.
Yeah.
I love Debbie. I think she's what's that word? Supercalifragilistic.
Supercalifragilistic.
That's the word. And I scooped myself because I wrote immediately that I'm thankful for confusion.
Yeah.
Do you know that there's a Confucius line in which Confucius says, I think confusion creates pain in soul. But it's not pain in soul, actually. Confusion creates searching. And when you are looking, when you are paying attention, the world opens up. And it's a great place to be. Even when terrible things happen, the world gives you answers, and answers come in the shape of the Golden Goddess. I met her yesterday. I have her sunglasses, by the way.
Oh, put them on. I bet they look good on you. You can keep them.
I have to run and get them. Can I run and get them?
Yeah. Are they close?
Go right ahead.
Okay, I'll run and get them. I'll be right back.
Oh my gosh. So I'll tell you, while she's gone, I'll tell you guys this really quickly. So her husband, amazing. They hosted me there yesterday. I had my crap laying everywhere. It was like at home. I had suitcases because I was leaving directly from her place to the airport. They had like a charcuterie board made. I took off my sunglasses off my head, laid them on and right before I left, her husband, Dell, said, Debbie, make sure you get all your shit.
Debbie looks much better in them than I do.
Oh gosh, Mary, those are good. You wear those in Beverly Hills.
You bet. Whoop, 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 whoop.
I love it.
But I really think thinking that you have the answers is the worst place in the world to be. The best place to be is to be looking and searching and trying to find your way through. And when you do that, your heart opens up and you meet. I met Debbie. It's like an accidental meeting. I don't even know how it happened. I was on some strange show called The Inner Goddess. I don't know what the hell that means, by the way. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Well, because you've already unleashed your inner goddess. You didn't need to be on the show.
You think?
Wow. no, there are no coincidences. You know that, Deb. And it's funny how we were talking about it, and then you just invited her to the show, and here she is popping up and telling us what she's thankful for.
Took me a while. I had to figure out how to get off Safari and onto Chrome. Safari doesn't like you guys.
Oh,
Right.
I've heard.
We don't like Safari either. Okay.
Yeah, screw Safari. We're not thankful for them.
Oh, I love you, Mary. Thank you.
Oh,
so
I
much.
love you too.
Thank you, Mary.
I just want to say one more quick thing, and that is that I'm thankful for my Pilates teacher. She is the most amazing person. Her name is Persephone Godwin, and she kept telling me all last week and the week before, something marvelous is going to happen to you really soon. And this is it.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, Mary, do you do Pilates like every week, or like?
Yeah, I do.
Do you have like a tight little booty? Should we be thankful
shoot.
for that?
Well, I'm working on it, you know.
All right,
I mean,
that's
I'm
what
sort of up
I'm
there,
talking
but
about. There you go.
Built like you can't even believe it. Like
it's
it's
the core, guys. It's the core. You got to
Yeah.
work on the core.
Gotcha.
It's the core,
I
right?
like the core.
Yes.
Yeah.
awesome.
I actually have a reformer in my house, and
Really?
this is my office. I think Jay was in a sauna.
It was her bedroom.
It says her bedroom. I thought, I swear this woman is in a sauna.
She lives in a cabin outside of Little Rock, Arkansas, somewhere.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you guys are adorable. I'm so glad for letting me on.
Well, you know what? Join us on the show. We're on every other Thursday, and pretty soon it'll be every Thursday. So
You got it.
yeah, Debbie will fill you in on other stuff that we'll be doing. Thank you so much, Mary. Appreciate you.
Thank you. I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving this. Bye bye.
Thankful
Take care.
for you. Bye bye.
Yes.
How
That
amazing.
was awesome.
I
That's
love it.
crazy. We're talking about her, and then here she is.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for his service. God bless.
Thank you. I know you're talking about my brother, Len. Thank you so much. I
Yeah.
thank him all the time. Thank him.
Robert. Grateful for those mornings on Angel Wakes Me Up. Aw.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Touched by an angel. I like it. Thanks, Robert. Thank you for your support all the time, Robert. By the way, so much appreciate you. So much appreciate you. Barry Butler. I'm
Hey, Barry.
I'm grateful for my wife, Catherine.
See, he specified.
Catherine's awesome. Barry and Catherine.
His wife's name's Catherine. I can't try to claim that.
Yeah. Bruce, do we have anybody else in the green room?
Anybody else in the green room there, Brucey? Brucey, tough guy.
No, but I just posted the link again if anyone wants to join us.
Yeah. So if anyone's listening and you want to join in and just say what you're thankful for, click the link in the comments and pop in. We would love to have you. Steve's having a little drink of wine right now.
That's what I'm thankful for.
That's what he's
And one
thankful.
thing, I'm kind of fuzzy here, although I think I come in sharp.
Bruce,
every
you're
few
always
seconds.
fuzzy, but don't worry about it. In more ways than one. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about nothing. I got your back. The thing is about being thankful, folks, is that it stays with you. When you start your day every morning for what you're grateful for what you're thankful for, especially if you're having a really tough day, your life starts turning around. And I know it's not easy for some people because some people are throwing a lot of crap throughout the course of a day. But starting your day off, I don't take the covers off when I wake up. No matter when I wake up, I don't take the covers off. Even if I'm taking a nap, I don't take the covers off until I focus on what's working rather than fixating what isn't working. I always bless the things that life has given me rather than complaining or cursing or whining about what life is currently throwing at me. I'm always thinking of something that I'm grateful for, even if it's something slight, maybe a compliment somebody gave me or I gave somebody else and it lifted their spirits. The more you do this, the more it becomes a habit. And the more the way the law of attraction works, the universal laws, more of that type of stuff comes to you. The more you're grateful, the more stuff comes to you that you're grateful for. The more you focus on your lack, the more of that you get back. I'm just saying, just a little bit of information for those of you who find that you have a difficult time finding something to be grateful for. There's always something, even the slightest thing. And you hold on to that and you build from there.
So in other words, if you see him with his covers still on, watch out. You said, I don't take my covers off. I don't take them off until I say what I'm grateful for.
I don't
Exactly.
want to see that.
So if he has his covers still on him, it's going to be a grumpy day with you.
You guys, well, Debbie doesn't know, but Steve knows I read this Jesus Calling every day. And this is like 2 paragraphs, but I thought it was so fitting for today and what we're talking about. But Thank me frequently as you journey through the day. This practice makes it possible to pray without ceasing, which is important. As the Apostle Paul taught us, if you're serious about learning to pray continually, the best approach is to thank God in every situation. These thankful prayers provide a solid foundation on which you can build all of your other prayers. Moreover, a grateful attitude makes it easier for you to communicate with me. And it goes on to talk about when your mind is occupied with being thankful, there's no room for negative.
That's
There's
right.
no room for negative when your mind is occupied with being thankful and seeing the silver lining. And like, that's biblical stuff.
Yes, because your brain can only focus on one thing at a time.
Bingo.
That's a fact. That's a psychological. Your brain can only focus on one thing at a time.
Yep.
So if you're focusing on what you're grateful for, nothing else can bombard you. And you just keep that going. And before you know it, you walk around throughout the course of a day with an attitude of gratitude, even in the midst of a challenge.
Yeah.
That's great. That really is. I mean, think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that. And then you can't think of anything else. I like it. You want me to read this? 100%, Jay says, 100%. My entire life has changed because of constant gratitude, relationship direction, career growth, deeper relationships. I am in the best place I have been in my whole life.
Yeah. Yeah. And even be grateful for your challenges. I have found, and Debbie, Eric, I've told you guys this a few times. My greatest blessing, my biggest challenges in my life, I mean, the biggest, have become my greatest blessings because I worked my way through them and I learned from them, and they made me the person that I am today. And I'm pretty pleased with the person that I am today. And
we'll talk about that later. No. I agree. You're amazing. I don't know what I just feel so blessed to have met you. And you too, Bam Bam.
Thank you, Debbie. I love you.
Oh, he just went from Bam to Bam Bam. That's going to be your new name now, Bam Bam.
Bam Bam.
I'm moving up. Brucey, do we have anyone else in the green room? And if we don't, I want to tell
we do, but I'm queuing him up. So back in a sec.
Okay. I'll tell you all a great story from today. I picked up Elena from the school bus, right? I can't be too loud because she's here. Picked her up from the bus, and she gets in the car, and she goes, "First time ever, Dad, I got all straight A's," right? And I'm like, "Wow, I'm so proud of you, and I love you." And I think I told her I loved her 3 or 4 times, and she said, "Dad, why do you tell me you love me so much?" And I said, "Well, my dad probably told me he loved me 5 times, and 3 of which he was probably hammered drunk, right?" And my daughter cried in the car. And I said, I looked over, I said, are you crying? And she said, "Yeah." I said, why are you crying? She said, "I just feel so bad for you." And it was the cutest little moment today, because part of me, I think when you grow up with a parent that's whatever they are, you grow up and you're either like that or you're the opposite of that. And so I've got 3 wonderful kids that I hug and tell them I love them 1,000,000 times a week, right? And here was my 10-year-old daughter crying, who felt bad for me, when it molded me in a weird kind of way to be a better father for her. And, and it's like, I wish it was different, but I'm thankful for that path, because that path like makes me just like want to freaking hug their neck and pop their head off every day.
Well, the fact that she's 10 years old and got the depth of that is pretty amazing. Yeah. Well, that's something I'm grateful for on my 2 grandkids. I'll add another story to that. A couple of years ago, I was talking to my son. I was at his house, and my granddaughter, my grandson there, she was maybe 6 years old at the time, maybe 5. And she's playing with a brother, Julian. And I was talking to my son about the divorce, and he had asked me, have I heard from my ex at all? And I said, I haven't in a while. And we just started talking about things, and all of a sudden I started getting just a bit emotional. Unknowingly, my granddaughter noticed that I was upset a little bit, and she never said anything. So when it was time for me to leave, I put my coat on, and she runs and she says, "Pop, wait a minute," because that's what she calls me. And she goes, "What?" And she jumps. I want you to picture this. She jumps into my arms, wraps her legs around my waist and her hands around my neck, and she says, "Look at me." And I looked right at her. She had this emotion in her face that I can't even explain it. She
Yeah.
said, "I just want you to know that when you come back here again, I'm going to be wearing a white, beautiful gown, and we're going to get married, and I'm going to take care of you for the rest of your life."
Oh my
Oh,
gosh, what a sweet.
whoa. And she said it with the utmost, and she looked at me like with the look like, "Do you understand what I'm saying?" And my daughter-in-law's crying. My son's going like this, and I'm trying to hold it in. And then she looks at everybody, she goes, "What? That was supposed to make them feel good."
Yeah. She was like, "Look at me. Hey, I'm talking here."
Is that the same white dress that Debbie's wearing?
And if you can't be grateful for things like that, what was that?
It says that's the same white dress that Debbie's wearing.
It's just a tank top. Remember, I don't have pants on, so I can't stand up. This was talk before. Okay. This is a running joke for those that are listening.
And now for the second part of the show, Debbie's going to stand up.
Hello. This turned into a whole other thing.
Yeah, Steve, you told that story before, and I've heard it.
Yeah,
it's still emotional because it's still the kids can say that stuff, and it's just right here gets you just right here. You know, it's good stuff.
Bruce, let's see some of the comments. Bring some of them up from Jay and Jay White and all these wonderful people that are saying so many things.
That's beautiful. This is from Eric. That's beautiful. Find thankfulness for something, the magnitude of gratitude. Yes, Eric, thank you so much.
Yep.
I am becoming.
Robert says to look for things to be grateful for. Careful, it's a slippery slope. No. If you're looking, just like what Mary Tabor said, looking to find something isn't bad. It means you're still actively pursuing the good stuff.
Yep.
No? So that's amazing.
Yes, exactly. It means you're aware that you need something to make you feel better.
Yeah. Jay says, yes, every interaction is an opportunity. Yep.
It's a lot like when you decide you want to buy like a yellow Corvette and you see yellow Corvettes everywhere, right? If you're looking for opportunity, you'll see opportunity everywhere. If you're looking for places to things to be thankful for, you'll find things to be thankful for everywhere. I have to send a note card to my customers sharing that I'm grateful. Yeah, and I do that literally every day, Monday through Friday. I have thank you cards here from Kellen that I buy and through Cards at Wow, and I send a thank you card every day. Handwritten card every day, Monday through Friday.
Wow, that's personal. I mean, that does feel good to get something that's handwritten these days,
Yeah. But wait a second. Barry Butler says, my dad didn't say he loved me often, but he sure showed and demonstrated it. I'm grateful for that too. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Barry, my dad didn't demonstrate it though either. My dad did not.
Well, I'm grateful for that because my dad there was always I love you. There were always kisses. My dad's Sicilian, and we were always raised with just saying goodbye because I'm going out for a couple of hours. I love you. I'll see you in a little bit. I love you too. I love you. I love you too. We always say it.
I love you more. No, I love you more. I'm late now where I need to go because we're having a love fest.
Yeah.
I love that too. I'm very grateful for my upbringing because I always knew I was loved and I was always told and shown love. And so, but when I listen to you, Bam Bam, that's what I'm saying. Keep it straight here. Well, I feel like you're right. People that don't get the love when they're younger can go one of two ways. Either stay on that same path and not understand how to give that love out, like you were not treated with that. And then, or you go the other way and thank God for your kids. You're the opposite way. And you just want them to know how much you love them.
Right.
That is amazing. Thank you for sharing that with us because that's getting vulnerable and being honest about your upbringing. And that can't be easy. So thank you.
Double not easy because my mom's here at the house right now. She had something to do with that crap too,
Yeah.
And you know what, guys? Gratitude is not easy.
No.
For a lot of people, it's not easy. And I get that, but it's worth it. It's worth attempting to try it, to try and seek it and to find it. Mm-hmm. It's definitely worth it when you see the benefits of waking up in the morning and trying to search. If your world is literally falling apart, and if you can find that one thing, the fact that you're alive and you still have other alternatives and choices and unexpected, incredible things can happen, it's there. But you've got to prove it to yourself. No one else can do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's part of the human condition. Always, it's part of the human condition for all of us to focus on what we don't have and what isn't working in our lives. And it's our choice and responsibility to seek out that which is working rather than fixating what isn't. And I respect anyone that says you don't know what I'm going through. But then again, the other side of the coin is no, I don't. But I also know there's always, 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 always something to be grateful for. You're just not looking enough. You're just too caught up in whatever is happening to you to find that answer. And I'm not making light of it. This is what I know, what I've learned from my experiences on this planet.
I love that, Steve. And, I've had people ask me, Debbie, do you really believe this crap? Like, really? It's not all rainbow and butterflies. And I'm like, well, no, life isn't always rainbows and butterflies, but I do choose to believe about gratitude and kindness and compassion and all of that stuff, because you know what? We have an option. I would rather focus on that than focus on the negative.
Yeah.
So I do believe in that. Yes, wholeheartedly, I believe in it.
Yeah.
It's a great, that's probably a whole nother show, right? But Steve, do you remember, like, growing up, did you have a favorite costume as a kid for Halloween?
Yeah, I always wanted to be some kind of monster, whether it was Frankenstein or the Mummy, or I think it's because it was so far out there and it totally allowed me to escape from what was inside of me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's getting too heavy, but
it's like, okay.
Well, Debbie, I have a question for you too. Do you like grapes with seeds or seedless grapes? What do you like?
I like seedless.
Deb, I forgot to tell you, this is
this an inside story?
This is what he does. This is what he does in the middle of a heavy conversation. He'll come up with something so far out in left field, and you handled it so well. You just
it was an easy question because I don't like spitting seeds out. But hey, I didn't know where we were going. I thought it could be something heavy. I wasn't sure. So
no, there's nothing. I was just curious.
That's funny. Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
I love when people share things and show their vulnerability, because sometimes people think that everyone, when you see what you see from just the outside, everything's perfect, and we know better than that. And as loving as you are, Bam, I can't even imagine. I would have never thought that you came from a home that didn't show you love. You just seem so like, but that's you making a choice to be thankful for your life, your family now, and you can be different with them.
Yeah, I've gotten less loving with my family because I've known Steve. So I've had to shift love to him from them.
Oh gosh.
So it's noticeable around the house. They're like, Dad, what's up? I'm like, well, Steve Rizzo,
I only have enough. I have this much love, and Steve's taking half the jar.
Yeah,
so
Vivian Rizzo gets like a quarter of it now. Sorry.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I get
Steve, stop stealing all the love out of the jar.
I don't think we have anyone else in the green room. So I'm like, this is like a question I wrote down to ask you both. Jim's here.
Hey,
Jim, a friend of mine here in Oklahoma. Jim's watched the show quite a bit. Jim, what are I know you have so much to be thankful for because we talk all the time. But why don't you tell everyone what you're thankful for?
Well, I'll start out by saying this: a lot of people are thankful for what they have in their pocket, but that's not where it comes from. You get more in your pocket if you have more thankfulness in your heart, because you can have money in your pocket, friends in your pocket, blessings in your pocket, all kinds of things in your pocket, but it has to start in your heart. And I think that's just the attitude that I'm trying to have in my own life. I have good days and bad days like everybody. And it's never the problems that you have, it's how you choose to handle them. And sometimes we make poor choices, and most of the time we try to make wise choices. And, life is not perfect, but it can be a fun ride if you want it to be, and if you decide it needs to be that for you, it can be that. And, you know, the funny thing about my life is I've surrounded myself with professional people and social networks and family. And I came from a loving family and a good home growing up. So I know what love is all about. It was shown to me, and I know the right thing to do. But I also went through a divorce like many of us. And that's no fun. And I didn't think there was ever going to be another time where I would meet someone or have a good time. That guy right up there in the corner, Eric, let me tell you something. The little threads in life, you don't know where they're going to go. And you have to listen to that soft, still voice inside of your head, the Bob, and shut up for a minute. Put your ego in your back pocket and let other people bless you. Let other people educate you. Let other people love on you, maybe when you're not the best to yourself or for yourself. And through certain situations in life, I met Eric. And because I met Eric, now I have met Erica. And, you know, we've been going out for almost a year next month. And a month ago, I moved into this nice house, about 4,000 square feet. And on Thanksgiving Day, 24 of her people, not my people, of her people will be here for Thanksgiving. You guys know, I mean, Eric knows for a fact how much I like to cook. And I get to serve these people and have a good time in my house. And I'm so thankful for that, because it lets me give, because this stuff ain't mine anyway. So it lets me give and me bless. And that's what makes me happy. And that's what I'm thankful for this year in my life.
Wow,
so,
that was well said, Jim. Thank
I
you so
love
much.
all of you guys. And Eric, buddy, you always have a special place in my heart, man.
That's cool.
Thank you.
That's cool. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that, man.
Get out of here,
Buddy.
Jim.
That's a beautiful dog, too.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Jim.
buddy.
Thanks for all you do. Thanks for letting
Jim
me
is a great guy and
Thanks,
a
man.
great story. We met, and because of a group I started in Tulsa, he met Erica, and now they're together and happy, and it's amazing. And he's watched the show multiple times with us, Steve, and he's a great guy. I just, you know, one of those people you meet him, and it's like I'm so weirdly blessed in my life with like some close dudes that I know that are way more unselfish than I am. And that guy, if he met you once, he would just do anything for you. And,
He sounds like you could tell right from the get-go. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to ask before Jim jumped in, is there any certain food you two are looking forward to eating next week for Thanksgiving? Is there anything you like?
I love mashed potatoes. I make mashed potatoes, and I don't make them all the time. Love mashed potatoes. That sounds so good. And then I do homemade chicken and noodles together. That's like, I can't wait.
Steve?
What?
What do you like to eat at Thanksgiving?
Actually, I just like the white meat of turkey with gravy, stuffing, maybe some Brussels sprouts, and I love cranberry sauce.
Brussels sprouts. Who has
I do
Brussels
too.
sprouts?
I love Brussels sprouts.
I do too.
Yeah.
Do you like cranberry sauce on the white turkey meat?
Yes, sometimes I'll throw it all together. And what I'm grateful for are days after, when you have the leftover turkey and you get fresh bread from a bakery, you slice it, you throw the turkey, you throw mayonnaise on top of that, and then you throw cranberry sauce on top of that.
Okay.
And then you bite into it and you just you say, thank you, God.
Thank you, Bob, for this wonderful sandwich.
Thanks, Bob.
Love it. By the way, my mom is here and she loves the cranberry sauce out of the can, like, just slice it and just.
Well, that works too, but
yeah, she loves it. She loves it. We're like 54 minutes.
Yeah, I was just going to say, folks, Barry,
do we have anybody else? Do we have anybody else?
Eat your Smarties. Do you eat the red ones last?
I think they all taste the same, honestly. It's just sugar.
Absolutely.
Right?
But anyway, hey, folks, this was a great show. Thank you for all of you who participated. We love your comments. We love your comments about gratitude and gratefulness and all the written comments we have here. It's insane. But thank you so much. On behalf of myself and Debbie, and now his new name is Bam Bam. And
Bam
Bam.
You said your grandkids call you Pop, and I was like, I'm looking at Pop and Bam Bam right here.
Yeah, don't call me Pop, okay?
No pop.
And Bruce, where are you, my friend? Get your butt up here. Yeah.
Good, Debbie. Debbie, I changed my name. There you go.
Bam, bam.
I wish everyone an incredible Thanksgiving. We will be on again soon. We will start sending all the messages out to all of you. Please share the show with your friends. We love you. If you're finding a tough time, finding something to be grateful for, trust me, please. When you wake up in the morning, just think about it. There's always something to be grateful for. Hold on to that. Hold on to that and think about it. Love you all. And
Love
guys,
you.
stay on after the show so we can talk a little bit.
Bam, bam.
Ba-da-da-da, bam.